October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, I think I've gotten a pretty good idea who did it. And now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They have so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately, it's looking a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique.
How about both?
It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room.
The murder room.
A poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I should go see it myself, then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. Maya's death.
Mia's desk.
Dad.
I
Mia's
have a desk?
Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all these now. Alright, and I think that's actually all you can examine in this room. Yeah. So, Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai's costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out. Director's alibi.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is.
What?
Yeah, she's really confused this whole case. Was Maya always this excited? Oh my god!
You're too used to Mia.
Yes you are. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go talk to WP?
WP Powers, right. Let's go. October 19th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again, thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're always about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Could you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director.
That doesn't surprise me.
But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him.
Oh, interesting.
And now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up on being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? Oh, I just said that. Sorry.
How could he do that?
He just gave up 5 years ago. Alright,
Why are you examining the camera?
Smile for the camera!
Cheese!
This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers.
Or, he's just a painting.
Just being thorough. Oh, I've already shown that one.
Duct tape.
Alright, I've apparently shown all of that before. Alright. So, let's go to the studio. October 19, Global Studios, main gate, just as my voice was healing.
Yeah. Oh, looks like she's not going to talk. The old windbag sure is quiet today. This place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Phew! She's alive!
So, how you been? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She's always gets her way. She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Alright.
Alright, what about, wrong button. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's a soft pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She tries to, she treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone be treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya.
Uh-huh. Definitely doesn't.
About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnappers! Poor old Hammer, you drag his stardom down from the sky and you stomp on it! Calling him a criminal, a thief! I won't forget this! Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time! You listen to me, whippersnapper! My poor old Hammer wouldn't do such a thing! Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low! It's impossible! Examine first. The main entrance to the studio. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there.
Is it Gumshoe?
An overhead map of the studio. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio's security system. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. The security guard station. Miss Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
It's off for the day.
Ba ba bum bum bum. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Might as well. Well, at least she's calm now. Never mind. Yeah, she doesn't have much. Alright. So what do you think? Employee area or Studio One?
Employee area.
Alright. October 19th, Global Studios. Employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching!
Who does Gumshoe? Is that you?
I think it was me.
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Yeah, it's me. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack!
I guess I can be a little dramatic.
Dramatic.
Dramatically at times.
Dramatic.
I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatically at indeed. Okay, made up word.
It is, yes.
Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to explain the plate on that table. Examine that table. Examine that plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Let's talk.
So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record.
Investigation.
How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch subset.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well,
pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad.
Subjects! Suspects! There we go, suspects.
'Cause you're my favorite subject.
So how is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed the paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa, talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I've got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on that bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who puts Power to sleep was none other than the victim. So it was right. Sleeping pills bottles added to the court record. Let's examine around. Okay, I'll...
New Old Tokyo. Exercise.
All right, looks like even though it's not marked as done, I can still speed past through it,
Wisdom.
so I'm just... You're just gonna say random words you can see Maya saying, aren't you?
Of course, that is my job.
Of course.
As Maya.
All right, let's slide over. Slide to the right.
Slide to the left.
Take it back now, y'all.
2 hops this time. I said 2 hops this time. There you go. Crisscross. Crisscross.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 hop this time.
I know.
Okay.
2 hops this time. 3 hops this time.
I don't know if they ever do 3 hops.
5 hops this time.
Anyway, dressing room. Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
Oh, what? Why? But WP's innocent.
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all that you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
What? No!
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a happy ending.
I was wondering...
Spoiler alert.
I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume too!
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Bless
Excuse
you.
me. What do you mean the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No!
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all that this ever occurred. They want to keep it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll all be heartbroken for sure.
See here, every children's programming that ended in a cliffhanger.
You mean like Teen Titans?
Yes.
You should watch that.
Yeah,
I need to finish that.
I will at some point.
Uh-huh. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here.
Book!
Here,
book!
take
book,
a look at this.
Book!
And this is a fan collection of all the photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so that some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Start a petition.
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Studio Global is so intent on hiding.
Global Studios.
Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk.
She won't.
She won't. Alright. Wrong place!
Again. Hi again! Bye again! Hi again!
What? You're still slinking around? If you like this place so much, why don't you just take over for me?
Can I? No. The old bag doesn't look so good.
Everyone's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. What do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
Nope, let's talk. What
5
happened?
years ago.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Doc.
Who told? Where'd you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols?
Nichols. Nick Penny. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to?
Oh, right. Anyway, that was me. Anyway, we heard about the incident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Trudging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less! I suppose you think this is fun! No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume?
There's multiple ways we could have proof. Steak, sleeping bottles, any of that works?
Well, let's try. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Let's try. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights.
T-bone steak.
Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag?
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs here. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Is history repeating itself?
Not what I was about, but yeah.
October 19th, studio entrance 1.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammers put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer?
October 19th, Studio 2 entrance.
Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Maya! You should at least try to be polite!
I'm watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammers came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fae blood speaks to me! I know it!
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella.
If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourself.
Oh dear.
Not a good idea.
Are you sure?
I mean...
It's the only way to get her to talk.
I know, but it's not a good idea.
She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that? Old bag.
Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was it that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that incident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell out everything for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That's what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me now. What? This is a valuable boys!
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should V. Vasquez care about it all that much?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, a race away. No!
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me, now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you, Gumshoe. Hey, you do okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance there. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. I forgot how short that was.
Yep. Once you know what you're doing. Bam, 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 bam.